My friends, let's do a love reading. So I had a download today about a breakthrough. So I wanted to see what this breakthrough is about, whether it's about you or the person you're connected to. And I felt like starting with this deck. So let's see what this breakthrough is about. I was seeing like clouds parting and the sun shining. So clarity, a breakthrough moment. So let's have a look. And I'm not really sure what this reading is about yet. So I'm intending it to be a love reading, but we'll see. All right, so let's have a look. Oh my gosh, we have the phoenix on the bottom. That's beautiful. Death and rebirth, immortal, catalytic heart awakening, rising up from the ashes, total transformation, complete renewal. Do you hear the crows? Crows are about transformation as well. That's beautiful. All right, so you could be going through a phoenix moment, or you could be about to go through a phoenix moment. So let's have a look. What is this breakthrough about? We have crossroads. What is this breakthrough about? They're all face down. All right, so we do have the stork. And we have crossroads. 22, 17 could be symbolic. We actually have Queen of Pentacles energy and Queen of Cups energy here. With the crossroads being the Queen of Pentacles, it could be that you're at some sort of crossroads. Those crows are being so loud. It could be that you're at some sort of crossroads with work. But what I was also hearing is, I was hearing the Queen of Pentacles doesn't, like when there's weeds in the Queen of Pentacles garden, they pull them. So there could be some weeds that you're removing from your life right now is what I'm hearing. Crossroads, journey, travel, weigh the options, decide. Independence, so you could be in a very independent energy right now. And you could be on some sort of crossroads, like I said, when it comes to your career or what path you want to take here. And we have the stork. Transformation, change, active, renew, restless, arrive, depart, renovate, birth, slender, tall. And that's Queen of Cups energy. So you could be healing your Queen of Cups energy because it's 17, so star energy. Healing your Queen of Cups energy would be, well, it's about healing, but it's also about self-love. So you could be in a very independent energy right now, focusing on your career and self-love. Those crows! There's a murder of crows outside. We also have fixed the middle. The song The Middle could be symbolic. So middle of the season, purpose-driven, secure, confident, gets it done. Someone you can count on. So you could be on, I feel like you are someone that people can count on, but you're being someone that you can count on. And the fact that this says middle of the season, the download I was getting was there were clouds, like lots of heavy cloud cover, and then all of a sudden the sun started shining and all the clouds moved away. So right now you could be experiencing some clouds in your energy is what I'm hearing. We have complicated circumstance, yarn. So middle of the season of some complicated circumstance, which there's going to be a breakthrough with. Could be work related. We also have Lily. That's good. Could be career related. Established, ambition, experience, sexuality, achievement, longevity, mature career development. And that is King of Pentacles energy. So just thinking about the fact that, you could be connected to someone who's having a breakthrough right now in their own journey and maturing in their career. Maybe it's a complicated situation, like most of what I channel, complicated soul contracts. And we have winter, waning crescent, detached, rest, silence, contemplation, Yuletide, go within, hibernate, self-reflect. So it feels like right now you're in separation from someone here. Interesting. Could have a soul spark with someone here with the firefly. And like I said, I was seeing clouds. So clouds would symbolize some confusion, some obstacles, but temporary, because the sun always comes out, right? And the sun is actually going in and out of the clouds right now. So if you are in this detached rest, silence, contemplation, going within, I do feel like there's going to be a breakthrough moment here. Maybe the breakthrough has to do with your person. I was also seeing clouds. Ha! I was just about to say, I was also seeing like a tornado. So if you've ever seen the movie Twister or watched any documentaries about tornadoes, when you're in the eye of the storm or in the funnel of the tornado and you look up, you can see the blue sky. So yeah, look at that. We have clouds. And that's exactly what my download was about. It was about the sun coming out and these clouds clearing away. Thoughts, problems, doubts, hesitation, beyond view, unclear, confusion. And I posted a photo of Mr. Crow. Well, there's many Mr. Crows, let's be honest. But that image, it was the silhouette. It was dusk when I took that photo. So it was a silhouette of a crow. And the download that I got with it was about how maybe you can't see clearly what's coming. Middle of the season, you're kind of detached in silence. But there's some sort of completion coming. There's clarity coming here. That's exactly what I was seeing. That's magic. Magic. Look, we have stars. Wishes do come true. That is so strange, because the other thing I was hearing, and I wasn't going to mention it, but now I have to, is, have you ever seen the movie Hook? So while I was getting ready for this reading, thinking about the download about the cloud and the sun, I was actually hearing a really weird song, and it's from the movie Hook. And it's the song that she sings when she's alone. And, you know, her brother Jack has befriended Hook, and she's kind of alone. And she's singing to the stars, and the stars are all my friends when the nighttime ends, so I know, or when the daytime ends, so I know I'm not alone when I'm here on my own. And that's the song I was hearing with this download about the clouds and the sun. And we have this detached rest. It also says, let it be. So there could be a complicated situation here that you're being guided to let it be right now, to not chase after it, especially with this crossroads, and to go within and focus on yourself. And I feel like these clouds will part. You will have your breakthrough moment, is what I'm hearing. And this is also Six of Cups energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign. We have the King of Wands here. We have 16, 6, 22, 30, 23, 17 could be symbolic numbers to you, but this is Six of Cups energy. So you could have some sort of wish about a soul connection, a soul spark. Interesting. And what are you? We have the Tower, stand alone. So right now you are alone. When I'm here on my own, isn't it a wonder? Like, seriously. I love that. So listen to your inner guidance right now. This is Six of Swords energy. It's also 19, which is the sun, divine masculine energy, but you're being guided to listen to your inner guidance right now. All right. So we also have Snowflake on the bottom. Handle carefully. So it feels like this is a very delicate, complicated situation. And you know what? I was hearing Counterpart. I meant to mention this at the beginning. All the decks I chose are Twinflame decks, except for this one. So let's just get a few more for you from this deck. This is for the viewer. What is this breakthrough about? What is this breakthrough about? We have the Moon. Oh my gosh. I was also seeing this card. Breakthrough! Oh my gosh, that's freaking magical. That's magic. love magic. That is magical because I knew that the light bulb had breakthrough on it. So I was also seeing the light bulb card, and look at the size of this deck. And those cards that I was seeing came out. So that's just magical to me. Anyway, breakthrough. There's a breakthrough coming. Aha moment, discovery, breakthrough, realize, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination. The sun will come out. So when I asked what this breakthrough was about, we have stepping stones, the process of arrival. So it feels like something will be arriving soon. Step by step, way to how to keep on going, baby steps, progress, spiritual growth. I love it. So maybe you feel like you've been in stagnant energy or things haven't been arriving, but you are making progress. It could be like the Knight of Pentacles, moving so slowly that you can't tell that you're moving. As far as a breakthrough, we have new beginnings, new perspective coming out, 17 again, 13. We have the moon within 6 to 9 months during the winter, and winter is coming, my friends. Intuitive. So you could be having intuitive, maybe lately you haven't been able to trust your inner guidance, your intuition. Actually, when that download came through, I had a hard time trusting in it. I was like, is this a download? I'm not sure. It was a download. Artistic, so you could be very autistic. It could also be a breakthrough in your divine feminine journey. And we have the waterfall, overflowing abundance, chasing after something. So maybe something you've been chasing after in the past, but you are at a crossroads here where you're letting it be, going within. Remember, you're standing alone right now, listening to your inner guidance, but there's a complicated situation that's going to uncomplicate itself is what I'm hearing. Let it go, fulfillment, release, tears of joy. So something that you've released, you're going to have a breakthrough moment. All right. So you could have been dealing with someone a little foxy. I see that fox looking at me from the bottom. So you could have been dealing with someone who was very, had a lot of self-interest. There could have been deceit. Something could have been off in this situation. This is giving me 7 of Swords energy. So you could have had to release it, right? So now I just want to see, because I do think this is about love, but that just fell into my hand. Stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, the box, complicated situation. Twin flame, first cut. I don't mean to yell at you. Oh dear, we have love call as well. All right, so clearly you are dealing twin flame. I grabbed those decks for a reason. Soul contract, dragonfly, something coming to light. Love it. All right, so let's see what we need to know about your complicated situation. It's complicated. All right, what do we need to know for the viewer? What do we need to know for the viewer? We have talking, receiving what you need. Interesting. So we have talking and the boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, and we have talking. Interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives. Text, call, email, hovering. So it feels like someone is hovering over the phone wanting to talk to you right now. Maybe I don't think they've reached out yet because your energy is you're in silence, you're standing alone. But this is about something arriving, and we have talking. Awaited text message arrives. So it feels like that's the breakthrough that's coming. As I said that, the sun just came out. I hear crickets too. We have kisses, unconditional loving, giving and receiving. Oh, that's interesting. Are you unconditionally loving yourself? You should. Twin flame. Yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. That's interesting. So it feels like there's a breakthrough in your twin flame journey. And you know, with this card coming out, it does talk about reciprocal energy, giving and receiving. So maybe in the past, this person with the fox, self-interest, they could have been more self-focused rather than giving to this connection. Maybe a breakthrough that you're having right now is learning how to unconditionally love yourself, which I always talk about. That's, you know, that's the point of the journey. And right before I did this reading, I hung up this poster right here that my sister gave me, and it's lyrics from Blackbird by the Beatles. And the lyrics just stood out to me. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. And it reminds me of the divine feminine journey. You're supposed to, you know, take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were always waiting for this moment to arrive. So maybe you've always wanted to know what it felt like to unconditionally love yourself. I don't know why I want to cry right now. The waterfall, tears of joy. I have tears coming on all of a sudden. Let's look at talking. Talking. The butterfly. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, growth. So it feels like, I'm confirming talking here. So it feels like whoever you're connected to and you have been working on healing the inner child and inner growth. Relationship evolving to the next phase. So it feels like this conversation that comes in allows you to either, you get what you need, receiving what you need with the boat. So I'm seeing the relationship evolving to the next phase. For some of you, maybe it gives you what you need to move on if you don't want this person. Because not everybody wants the past person, right? But that's mainly what I channel. We have I like you, confirming talking. Relationship evolving to the next phase. Someone expresses they like you or have feelings for you. That's interesting. Let's see the boat. The boat. Show me the boat. Show me the boat. Show me the boat. Healthy choices. Someone's making healthier choices. I'm also looking at, when I gathered up those cards, this one is on the top. Complicated situation, but it says unraveling. So something that's been stuck, unraveling. Healthy choices. So the boat, making healthy choices in love, in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So it feels like right now, you know, receiving what you need. And this is another download I had today, but again, I was wondering if it was actually a download. Receiving what you need. So if you were in this twin flame connection, right? Twin flame, looking outside of yourself for what you needed, looking in your counter or towards your counterpart to give you what you needed, love, attention, affection, whatever you were looking for from that or seeking, maybe chasing from them. I feel like right now you are receiving what you need because you're giving it to yourself. You're making those healthier choices, self-love, learning how to unconditionally love yourself. The download that I had was actually about treating yourself the way you want to be treated in a connection, even if you're not in a connection. So if you want to be, if you want someone who's going to take you out and show you a good time or take you to supper, take yourself to supper. If you want consistency, show up for yourself consistently every day. If you want someone to love you, love yourself, love on yourself. If you want flowers, buy yourself flowers. Now I'm hearing that song. We have fireworks. Passion, chemistry, lust, desire, kiss, celebrate, happiness, exhilaration, New Year excitement. So just be careful. I don't think this person is just coming in for a fling. We didn't have anything about that, but just be careful because it looks like they're feeling very passionate. So, you know, just remember your boundaries when this person comes in for communication. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you can do whatever you want. But I would be waiting on that. But anyway, feeling the spark. And you guys, I always do that example with the magnets for you about counterparts. So when you first meet, you like instantly attract. And then once the cycles, the unhealthy patterns, the trauma starts getting triggered, you actually start to repel each other. And, you know, from what I understand and my experience, it's more so the runner starts to repel. Even if the feminine is repelling, they still try to make it work. They still, you know, whatever. Anyway, so once the runner starts running and the chaser starts chasing, it actually pushes the energy away. It's like you can't align. And then once you've both started healing or both done quite a bit of healing, coming into inner union with yourselves, and the chaser stops chasing, all of a sudden, that firework, that spark, that magnetic attraction starts to draw you back together. So that's what we have there. This is also about celebration. So you may have something to celebrate. We have the Falcon rising above. So they're rising above obstacles, ability, strategy, skill, focus, a transition. So they're going through a transition right now, changing into their higher self. It also talks about the third eye. So they're tapping into their intuition, far-reaching vision. So they are, you know, thinking about what they want for the future with you. They had the twin flame card come out. Divine partner, soulmate, activated heart chakra. Activated heart chakra. They heard me. Why do I have to repeat it? Balancing yin and yang energy, reflection, other self, catalyst. Awakening, mirror, reflection. So this person has been doing a lot of reflecting. And you were the catalyst in this. I feel like you've never left. There goes my throat. My throat's closing over, blocked throat chakra. So remember, if they're going through a heart awakening, the throat chakra comes next. They could even be realizing what twin flames are. Or maybe they see this as a soulmate connection. Soulmate is like what people mostly call, I'm not saying twin flames are soulmates, it's different. But a lot of people who don't know what a twin flame is will say like, oh, I just feel like I have a soul connection, or you must be my soulmate. If you know about, like, there's a difference between twin flames and soulmates. But anyway, we have the bellows, catalyst, ignite, fuel, torched, fan the flames, infuse, breathe, kindle, spark, effort required, passion, get it going. So I don't know if you've ever started a fire and used that before, but that's how you get it going. So your person is like strategizing how to come towards you. They're trying to get something going here. And it's almost like the universe is blowing on them. I don't know. I don't know. I already read you that card. We have communication. Communication, unite, connecting, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. And then we have this one. Yes, take inspired action. So with this fire card, this reminds me of like when someone, it's giving like Ace of Wands energy. You know, where their third eye or spirit is like, yes, take inspired action. Yes, take inspired action. Yes, now is the time. Take inspired action. Communicate. Reach out. Express your feelings. We had the King of Cups. Let's get a few more for your person. Grounded. They're working on grounding themselves. Oh, we have the dolphins wanting to collaborate. Effective communication. So this person is working on their communication skills. Maybe this person had, with the King of Cups, you know, that is someone who communicates from an emotionally intelligent place, not a reactive place. So maybe this person had you and this person had communication issues. Effective communication. That's the main thing I'm seeing here. Oh, we have the white wolf. Trust your inner guidance, which I've been telling you to trust your inner guidance. Trust your inner knowing. Believe in your power. That's for both of you. Believe in your inner power. We don't give our inner power enough credit. We give this one far too much power and not this one. The tree. Grounded, fertility, lineage, health, vitality, roots, personal growth. Yes, please. Past lives, evolving connection to source. So they are going through personal growth here. I want to see how they're feeling about you with this deck. I don't know why I'm like really into this deck right now. Like during this reading, I mean. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Get more information. They want to, maybe they feel like they need to get more information. That's maybe why they're watching you right now. Get more information, clarity. Clarity, breakthrough, remember? Do research. We have the High Priestess for how they feel about you. Silence, guarded, it says. An inner knowing, so they could have an inner knowing that you have a soul connection, for example. For how they feel about you, High Priestess energy, they could feel like you're very intuitive. Maybe you saw through them in some way. Maybe you saw through their wounding. But silent, guarded. We have wine developing over time. So perhaps their feelings for you have been developing over time. Maybe they tried to push them away. Age as well. So you could be aging very well. Even if you don't think you're aging well, this person thinks you're aging well. The good stuff. Finesse, alchemy, transformed. They feel that you're transformed. Ooh. They feel like you're thinking about them. If you are a divine feminine who's in a man vessel, I don't gender my readings. If you are a divine feminine who's in a man vessel, meat suit, this means they're thinking of you. If you are a divine feminine in a feminine meat suit, I'm hearing a few different things. That this person hopes that you're thinking of them still, or that you still think of them. Also, that they know they need to come in masculine energy if they're going to be with you, because you are transformed. Look at how they look, for how they feel about you. You see through them. You see through the facade. They can't hide anything from you. They can't pretend that they've healed. They can't deceive you. They can't mask how they're feeling in front of you, because you see through the facade. Wise, aware, observant. You know what's going on. All right. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's switch decks. I have a few, like I said, I grabbed all twin flame decks for a reason. This was the only one that wasn't a twin flame deck. And the twin flame card came out. The song Yellow by Coldplay could be symbolic. So, Ascension! So let's see what's going on with you. What is going on with you? I have two decks that I'm going to pull from for this one before we get to tarot. Oh my gosh, look at what's on the bottom. Sovereignty. I am spirit, divine light. So you truly are stepping into your power, my friend. Believing in the divine, trusting your inner guidance, knowing that you are spirit, you are a divine light. Love it. So, show me the viewer. Heart chakra. Love, acceptance, compassion. And like I said, there's a lot of, and when I say this, I'm not judging anyone, just so you know. It's more so trying to get people to realize where they might still be in wounded feminine energy. There was a time where I was like, yeah, I'm a divine feminine, but I was like still full of anger and resentment towards others, and I was still judging other people. Love, acceptance, compassion. So this is you right now. You could be learning how to accept others for who they are and who they are as a result of their upbringing. I think we're really quick to judge people, and if you go on social media, I've been taking a break from social media because there's a lot of opinions out there and a lot of labels, and I know we use labels in the spiritual community as well. But there's a lot of harmful labels out there as well. And having compassion, for all beings, all walks of life, being able to put yourself in their shoes. And that's kind of something that I've been realizing about my own journey, is as I grow and evolve and change, and my life changes, I start to see other people's points of view as my own life changes. And I can give you a really bizarre example. It's not the best example, but I'll give it to you. You know the saying, you should never judge someone without walking a mile in their shoes? Well, I used to judge everybody without walking a mile in their shoes. One of them used to be, and the only reason I'm using this as an example is because it came up. I was watching Survivor with my partner, and I used to watch Survivor, and I used to, again, this is like a really weird example, but just stay with me for a minute. I used to watch Survivor and be like annoyed by the buff people and the fit people. And, they're just winning all the challenges. This isn't fair. Me. Me, I'm not mocking anyone but myself. And, I've told you guys that part of my transformative journey, and I've tried many times over the past 5 years to start making healthier choices and working out and things like that. And I would make it like a month, and then I'd be like, yeah, I'm done with that. So I've been on the fitness journey since the end of May, and a little bit before that, but really at the end of May, I really got into it. And so now that I've been doing that for like 3 or 4 months, it's a lot of work. It takes dedication. It takes willpower, because there's a lot of days where you wake up and you're like, I don't really want to work out. It takes effort, and you should know, if you're on the healing journey, it does take effort to make healthy choices every day. And just, watching Survivor with my partner, watching the people complain about the people who worked hard on their bodies and prepared for Survivor so that they could compete in these challenges. They're all sitting around like, it's not fair. I had a new compassion for those people because I've walked many miles in those shoes now. I do a lot of walking. Anyway, that's what I mean. And one thing that you'll see in my readings is like people often say, you're making excuses for poor behavior. No, I'm not. It's the peacock energy. It's acceptance of self and others. And when you learn to fully have love and compassion and acceptance for yourself, including all of your flaws, because nobody's perfect. Show me a perfect person. Show me. There's not one. You begin to have, and as you heal, you begin to have compassion for others. And one of the examples that I always use is, I often imagine people as wounded animals. I do. Like caught in a trap, Like specifically, it's always a wolf. And I've told you guys this. I'm not saying that I view everybody else as wounded. That's not what I'm saying. But I try and have the same compassion for people that I would have coming across a wounded animal in a trap in the woods. You know? Anyway, and that is divine feminine energy, love, acceptance, compassion for all beings, not just for yourself, for all beings. Anyway, synchronicities. So right now you're seeing a lot of synchronicities. Maybe you're seeing new synchronicities. Maybe start really truly thinking about what they mean. And, you know, they can mean whatever you want them to mean, or whatever, like listen to your inner guidance. If you see a bird, think about, what does that bird mean to me? What does it represent? You can also, you know, there's lots and lots of books out there and information about symbolism. So you can look up symbolism. Just don't let it overpower your meaning. But like the other day, I posted a photo of a nuthatch hanging upside down. And I had no idea what nuthatches meant spiritually, but looking at the nuthatch hanging upside down, I was like, that's giving me hanged man energy. New perspectives, hanged man energy. And I was thinking about it. And if, you know, I ended up looking up what it actually meant. And guess what nuthatch meant? New perspectives. So my inner guidance was right. So trust your inner guidance is what I'm saying. But pay attention to the signs and synchronicities you're seeing right now. Angel numbers, names, music. There's a lot of 2s on that card, so 2s could be symbolic. Let's get one more for you from the stick. 2 more. Ooh, that's interesting. Are you watching them? Are you watching them? Social media, spying, lurking. This is one of 2 things, or maybe both. Either you're taking a little peeky peek at them, or you know that or you've seen them watching you online. And you know, again, you can do whatever you want. But sometimes when you look at their social media, it can... Remember, what you're seeing is not accurate to what's actually happening. Like, do you know what I mean? We don't truly know what's going on behind someone's social media profile. So just be careful. And, you know, I don't think you're chasing this person, but sometimes watching them, you know, can be considered an energetic form of chasing. And this is where people comment, well, isn't watching a reading energetic form of chasing? No, you're here for clarity. You're here for guidance. Maybe if you're watching like 24 readings a day or something. Hopefully you're not. I would try not to if I were you. I would try my best not to watch them. Having the courage maybe not to watch them, but this is your energy. Bravery, determination, persistence, strength, inner guidance. And we have change. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. Transformation, preparation, 555, change. The letter C could be symbolic there. All right. Let's see what's going on still with you. Let's get this card. Cards. I'm just going to cut it once. Be careful, we have spying on the bottom again. Step away from the social media. Save this. You, step away from the social media. Don't do it. So next time you're feeling tempted, let's see what's coming out for you. All right, so we do have age gap coming out. So there could be an age gap between you and this person. Maybe that's weighing heavily on your mind. Maybe you feel like this is something that bothers your person. What else do we have? Ooh, wounded feminine. as I was mentioning wounded feminine. So for some of you watching, I didn't feel like I was talking to many, but remember how I was explaining love and acceptance and compassion for all walks of life? And you know, I see it all the time. There's lots of people out there, and I used to do it too. Like I'm in my divine feminine energy, but they're not. So just be careful about this wounded feminine energy. Maybe, you know what? I'm just going to take a minute to look that up for you. Hang on. My iPad's dead, so we're just going to have to wait a minute while I plugged it in, so it should start working soon. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll come back to that. So wounded feminine. Oh, divine feminine. Remember how I said the breakthrough could be you breaking into your divine feminine energy, breaking free from the wounded feminine energy into true divine feminine energy. Oh, we have twin flames. So you each got a twin flame card. And this is about balancing your masculine and feminine energies. Divine masculine and divine feminine energies. So now I'm going to have to look up charge quicker. I'm going to leave this wounded feminine card where I can see it so I remember. Let's get two more. Oh, we have forgiveness. Didn't I talk about divine feminine energy releasing resentment and forgiving? So maybe for some of you, that's what you're going through right now. You're releasing resentment, trying to energetically forgive this person. The waterfall, let it go, cry. Like maybe you're having a good cry over what happened and then releasing it to the universe. Two more. We have Kundalini awakening. We have religion. So you could be having a breakthrough when it comes to religion. I'm afraid I'm not very religious, so I should really learn more about that so that I can give guidance on it. Maybe you're breaking away from religion more into spirituality. You know, maybe religion made you doubt spirituality or be afraid of it. Some religious people, you know, think that tarot is like the devil's work. And I'm not here for a debate. Please don't debate with me in my comment section about the devil and tarot. Recently, a reader that I really loved declared that tarot was the devil's work. So anyway, however that's resonating to you, maybe you and this person have different religious backgrounds. And we have the chaser. So with that watching, that could be the last little bit of chaser energy you're holding on to. Let me just see that. Maybe that's the breakthrough that you're having. You're no longer chasing. I just want to see if I can confirm that. Confirm that chaser card. We have divinely protected. We also have constant burn. So maybe there's still a little bit of energetic chasing when it comes to like energetically thinking about them. You could be being divinely protected from chasing them, and I'll give you a really good example. So let's say it pops into your head. Oh, I haven't checked their social media for a while. Maybe I'll go check it. And you pick up your phone. And all of a sudden you're like, you get distracted by something else. And you're like, why did I pick up my phone again? And you can't remember why you picked up your phone. Maybe you're being divinely guided from chasing. All right. I'm just going to give that phone a moment to charge. And I'm going to look at your person's energy with these decks. So I just want to stick these cards back in the deck in random in case they want to come out again. Father wounds. Your person could be working on father wounds. Oh my gosh, 3, 2, 1 action is there. Or was it 3, 2, 1 action? I guess we'll never know. I feel like 3, 2, 1 action is in a different deck. So let's see. I'm still going to look up wounded feminine energy for you. Awakening. You also had Kundalini on the bottom of that deck at one point. Interesting. Spiritual enlightenment, Kundalini, awakening. So your person is going through a Kundalini. That reminds me of that Aurora card that I pulled the other day. All right. What is this, their counterpart going through? Are you kidding me? What is their counterpart going through? The owl, wisdom, tapping into their intuition. Look at that. You had that card as well. Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Yours was a different card, I think, from the other deck. We have third eye. The hawk, remember that card? Tapping into their third eye, their higher self, their intuition, going through a third eye awakening. And they've got, look, we've got green light on the bottom. So their intuition is giving them the green light to come towards you. Interesting. Didn't want to come out. They're definitely going through an awakening. We have attachments on the bottom. Blast from the past, 6 of Cups energy, memories, rekindle, nostalgia, looking at your photos, thinking about the past with you. We have the Matrix, realize. So they're having realizations here. Maybe they're having realizations about unhealthy attachments. We have avoidant here, so maybe you're dealing with an avoidant, a runner. We have root chakra. That's great. That's great. Root chakra, working on safety, stability, home. Green light. Yes, go for it. So they are being given the green light. And that wisdom card did come out. So intuitively, they're being given the green light to come towards you. And remember how I gave an example of working out? If you are feeling called to work on your stability, especially like physical, that's your root chakra that you're working on. So that's interesting. There could be a bit of mirroring here. Let's get that other deck, and then I think my iPad will be charged enough for me to give you examples of wounded feminine energy. And again, don't be ashamed of wounded feminine energy. This is not me. This is not about shaming you. Let go. Oh, they're letting go. Unhealthy attachments. That's interesting. Please know this isn't about me judging you or shaming you. We shouldn't be ashamed of our shadows or our wounded energy or things we need to heal, because we need to accept them so that we can heal them, right? So let's see what your person is going through. What is your person going through? Learning how to love themselves. And a person can only meet you where they are. So if a person doesn't love themselves, how can they love you? All right, let's go with them now. Can I just clean up a bit? These cards are everywhere and it's bothering me. I like order. All right. What is going on with the viewer's counterpart? What is going on with the viewer's counterpart? Oh my gosh. Dark night of the soul. So they have some awakening energy here. Big time. So we do have rejection. Interesting. We have separation. So listen, this person could have, we have Archangel Raphael, and there's a few more here, which I'll get in a minute. So during this separation, your person, listen, they could have had a fear of rejection, or they could have rejected you, putting this connection into separation. I'm also hearing that for some of you during this separation, there could have been a fear that if they came towards you, that you would reject them. And that could have kept this person at a distance. Again, acceptance of others, thinking about being in their shoes, not making excuses for them. But why are you giving me that example? Okay, so Spirit's giving me an example of when I was in junior high and I had a crush on the most popular boy. Do you think that I would ever, like me, when I was a photographer for many years, and I did photography in the city that I grew up in, and I would run into people all the time who I went to school with. And I'd be like, I went to school with you. We were in the same class. And they'd be like, I have no idea who you are. Because I was kind of invisible in school. I was kind of a loner. I didn't really belong anywhere. I floated around from group to group. So nobody really remembers me. I was kind of a ghost in school. But I had a crush on the most popular boy. Do you think I would ever tell him that? No, ever, because I knew that he would reject me, you know? So I try and think about it like, I try and put myself in other people's shoes. And then for you guys, I'll use the example of a job. Maybe some of you are bold enough to go after a job. That's my dog Pepper. Maybe some of you are confident enough to go after a job that you're not qualified for and you don't have schooling for. And good for you. That is divine masculine energy. That's like, I'm going to go for it. But sometimes, especially when someone is in distorted masculine energy, if they feel like they're going to be rejected, that can stop them. Apparently, I was a distorted masculine in junior high. Archangel Raphael linked to, I believe in my deck it's linked to cups, but it's linked to emotions and healing. So through this separation, healing, wounds of rejection, fear of abandonment. I don't know why my mind just went blank there. We also have denial here. And it came out with transformation. I don't think your person is denying the transformation anymore. I think in the past they were. Because we do have personal growth. Remember that first deck that I used, right? They have personal growth. They are transforming. Catalyst. But I think for a while they tried to deny this connection or deny that there were things they needed to heal or deny the love that they had for you because they had this fear of rejection. And then we've got union. And think about those other cards. This person thinking about the future, far-reaching vision. So they're imagining union with you. Stop it. I don't want to walk right now. It's my Fitbit. All right. Elephants could be symbolic. Look at my cover. It's an elephant face. So, again, this is not meant to make you feel bad. Knowledge is power. So for me, that's weird. I just got a drop down about my own reading. That's strange. Maybe I need to go listen to it. for me, like, again, knowledge is power. So if you resonate with some of this wounded feminine energy, turn it into power and heal it. Work on it. It's nothing to feel bad about. You're human. Okay, so some of you may find this a little triggering. I don't know. Trigger warning. Wounded feminine energy stems from past trauma, abuse, or societal conditioning that prevents a person's authentic feminine qualities like receptivity, creativity, and intuition from being expressed, leading to behaviors such as people-pleasing, low self-esteem, difficulty setting boundaries, and emotional suppression. Healing involves acknowledging these wounds, connecting with authentic emotions, practicing self-care, healthier choices, connecting with nature and other women, and setting healthy boundaries to foster self-trust and well-being. I also know that, let's just talk about it. Signs of wounded feminine energy. Feelings of insecurity, inadequacy, or a strong need for external validation. People-pleasing, a tendency to prioritize other needs to avoid rejection, often at the expense of self-care. Triggered! Weak boundaries, difficulty saying no, being taken advantage of, or allowing toxic energy into one's life. That is interesting. I did not know that. About the allowing toxic energy into your life is wounded feminine energy. See? Knowledge is power. Emotional numbness, disconnecting from emotions rather than trusting them as important messages. Difficulty expressing needs, struggling to articulate authentic thoughts and feelings, leading to internal conflict. Victim mentality, perceiving oneself as powerless or at the mercy of external circumstances. Disconnection from intuition, doubting or ignoring inner wisdom and gut feelings. How to heal wounded feminine energy. We're already here, I might as well mention it. Recognize the signs of wounded feminine energy and understand the past experiences that caused them. Embrace your emotions. I am a magnet for miracles and unexpected blessings. That's your affirmation. Say it again. I am a magnet for whatever it was. I already forget. Where was I? Trust your emotions as sacred messengers and create safe spaces to express them without judgment. Set boundaries. Learn to set healthy limits to protect your energy and well-being. Connect with nature. Spend time in nature to ground yourself and feel more connected to the natural rhythms of life. And guess what? My downloads happen when I'm outside, like that cloud one. Nurture the inner child. Heal past hurts and trauma by providing yourself with the love and compassion that you lacked as a child. I talk about that. Connect with other feminines. How do you do that? Join a women's circle or connect with other women to share experiences and build a supportive community. And if you are a divine feminine and a masculine meat suit, I've seen divine feminines in masculine meat suits connect in my comment section, and it's a beautiful thing. Practice self-care, prioritize rest, mindfulness, and activities that bring joy and replenish your spirit. All right. There. I'm happy I looked that up for you. Nothing to be afraid of. Knowledge is power. So, 2 more cards for your person. We have names. So just like you are seeing synchronicities and names, so are they. We have dreams. So right now your person is having dreams about you. They could be dreaming about your name. They could be dreaming. Dreams are powerful. They could be dreaming about past experiences with you. They could be dreaming about reuniting with you because you have the Union card coming out in their energy. And we have on the same frequency. So you are aligning on the same frequency. And listen, very important, if you are elevating into that divine feminine energy and you've set boundaries and you know your worth, I feel like this person is also aware that they need to come in on the same frequency as you. They can't come in Remember that thing about wounded feminine energy, cutting out toxic energy out of your life? And I said, I didn't know that. Like, I know that you should. I talk about it all the time, but I didn't know that that was a wounded feminine energy, allowing that to stay in your life. So if you have set boundaries to remove that energy from your life, they know they have to come in a healthier way. All right. So now we're going to get tarot, finally. All right. Let's see what we need to know. Let's look at you first. Just quickly, I'm just going to get a few cards for you. Cut the deck. We have the Six of Cups. Past, children, memories, friends, second chance at love, reigniting the past, nostalgia. Six of Cups. All right. So let's look at your energy. All right. We've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. That's lovely. So mother, psychic, empathic, loyal, loving. Queen of Cups. So working on your Queen of Cups energy, learning how to trust your intuition. You could be a healer. You could be spending time with your kids. You could be healing mother wounds. We also have the King of Cups, which is giving me the energy where you're balancing both your feminine and masculine energies. Emotionally intelligent, intuitive, passionate. Love it. We also have the Eight of Wands. So you are forward movement, rapid progression, rapid growth. It does talk about social media. So you could be taking a little peekaboo at social media. Don't do it. I always used to say to my sister when she was overthinking, and Google says this, I'd be like, step away from the Google. Step away from the social media, my friend. But I'm more so seeing this as you making a lot of progress and growth in your psychic abilities, your compassion. Remember that card I talked about, compassion, acceptance, loving, giving to your own cup, self-love. The King of Cups, your emotional intelligence, learning how to balance your head and your heart. Strong intuition, rapid change, rapid growth. So if you think, listen, I used to watch readers and they'd be like, I got a download. And I'd be like, what is that? What happens when you get a download? Like, I want to know. Turns out I was having downloads. I just didn't know what they were. They can be as simple as like an inner knowing or a thought you have, like a thought that you have about something. So when you have a random thought, write it down. Think about it. Reflect on it. Trust your intuition. All right. I'm just going to get a card of advice for you. What advice do you need to hear? Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So remember what I said about the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't allow weeds to grow in their garden. So anything that's like a weed, remove it. Queen of Pentacles, tend to your inner garden. Focus on your pentacle world. Focus on your... like ground yourself. Focus on your career, maybe, Queen of Pentacles. Let's see, advice for Queen of Pentacles. That's funny. Success in business and financial affairs. A sensible, practical approach leads to steady progress. Stability, abundance, independence, and success after a long period of effort. So your breakthrough is coming, my friend. Your breakthrough is coming. Your challenging uphill journey is reaching completion. So keep going. Don't give up. Keep climbing that hill. Now I'm hearing that song from Stranger Things. Do you guys like Stranger Things? I'm all like, love and light. And then I watch these really weird shows, but I don't care. Like true crime documentaries. But I'm hearing that song. What is it? If I only could make a deal with God, something, something, keep running up that hill. Keep going. Keep running up that hill. You can do it. The sun. Focus on your light. Focus on your happiness. Focus on your success. Focus on staying in high vibrational energy. Focus on your healing. You're about to have clarity. The sun through the clouds. Keep running up that hill. Let's look at your person. So, 9 of Wands, distance, planning. 2 of Wands, they're planning something. That's interesting. What are you? High Priestess, silence and guarded. I don't know why this High Priestess has a knife. Seems a little violent to me. But your person, their current energy, silent and guarded, but trusting their intuition, trusting their inner knowing. 2 of Wands, we have Taurus. That's not Taurus. Huh? Am I having a moment? High Priestess is Pisces energy, isn't it? Isn't that Taurus and Cancer? But High Priestess, High Priestess is Pisces. Look at the self-doubt in me. Where's my book? It doesn't even say it in this book. Gosh darn it. Look at the self-doubt in me. It's Pisces energy, isn't it? Maybe it has to do with the planet. Somebody help me. No, I don't need external validation. Wounded feminine energy. I don't need external validation. Pisces. But 2 of Wands. So getting ready to make a move. Preparing to leave comfort zone. Aries energy. And we have the 9 of Wands. So there is distance. They're being distant with you right now, 9 of Wands, but persevering. The 9 of Wands also talks about self-improvement. It also, is that Sagittarius energy? I don't need the validation. It is Sagittarius energy. I don't know. I'm still learning the signs, or the symbols, I mean. Don't validate me. But 9 of Wands is about the final push. So it feels like they're also running up that hill. Let's see how they're feeling about you. How are they feeling about you? 6 of Wands. 4 of Wands. 8 of Swords. Oh dear. Aww. So we have 6 of Wands. So you could be shining online. That's Leo, right? Victory, idolized, pride, public recognition. So you could be getting a lot of public recognition. The 6 of Wands is also about love and recognition. So they could want to love and recognize you, make you feel loved, make you feel wanted. Maybe they didn't in the past. They could also be struggling with their confidence coming towards you. Maybe they're watching you online. And maybe that's why you're feeling the pull to check their social media. Just don't do it. And if you have done it, don't feel bad either. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is about wanting to rekindle your hope for a future. It is about feeling like they need to heal however they hurt you in the past. On this specific card, the reversal talks about separation, loneliness, breakup, regret in reverse on this specific card. And we have 4 of Wands, the 1111 card, Twin Flames. This is how they feel about you. Celebration, wedding, stability, partnership. Didn't I say you'd have something to celebrate about? So that's how they feel about you. But look, 8 of Swords, mental prison, fixation, fear, anxiety. So they're in their head about you right now. Let's get another one for how they feel about you. The Fool, new start, wanting a new start. You could also be an entrepreneur.
The Fool is Aries. What's going on? It must have to do with the planets. I just heard these cards are gaslighting me. I'm just not going to pay attention to it. This says Pisces and Aquarius, but I thought the Fool was Aries energy. I don't need the validation. Right after this reading, I run to like my astrology book to check, but I don't need the validation. But the Fool, feeling like they want to take a leap of faith towards you. You could be a free thinker. Maybe that's why Aquarius is on there. Let's see their intentions towards you right now. What are their current intentions? So we have the Three of Cups for current intentions, reunion, friendship, collaboration. We have Cancer energy there. We also have the Tower in reverse. Rebuild, making adjustments. With the Three of Cups in the upright, that feels like an unexpected reunion. Let me confirm their intentions. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. So their intentions are to rebuild something, to reunite with you, to rebuild something stable. King of Wands, take bold action, take control of this situation. This Ace of Pentacles is confirming the Tower, rebuilding a strong foundation, and it could come in unexpectedly. Let's see what action they're taking towards you. That's interesting. We've got the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is about healing and recovery. And a conversation. What action are they taking towards the viewer in the future? The Lovers. Gemini. Crossroads. Ow! Oh gosh, I hit my funny bone and it wasn't funny. I'm going to need to confirm this one too. Because the Lovers talks about union. The Lovers talks about a love offer, making a choice, choosing love. What action is this person taking? We've got the Eight of Pentacles and Judgment. That was interesting how that fell out. Page of Swords. Message. Message. So I feel like they watch you before they reach out. Hi, look at that. Hey. Small message. Making the choice to reach out. We have Resurrection here with Judgment. Wanting a renewal. Look at the lightning bolt. I feel like it's going to come unexpectedly. So the Eight of Pentacles is also about commitment. It's also about a renewal. So you have two cards here about a renewal. Working towards a goal, dedicating themselves, commitment, renewal, resurrection, making the choice to come towards you. Whoa, we have the World and the Ten of Pentacles that flew off there at the end. Marriage, home, established, the world. Conclusion, completion, success, level up. The end of a chapter, the beginning of a new one. Look at what's underneath the Page of Swords. Two of Cups. Engaging, you know what I'm going to say. Engaging in an honest and heartfelt conversation. Mr. Crow confirming. In love, union, harmony, happy relationship, reconciliation. So they are coming in for a conversation. It could start like this, though. Oh, hey. How you doing? By the way, I love you. What's blocking this person? What is blocking this person? We've got the Sun.
Justice. So for what's blocking them, your energy might not be in balance yet. They might still not be balanced in their own energy. For what's blocking them, they could have wronged you in some way and they need to apologize. Could be a legal matter blocking them. And I know that sounds weird, but back when I used to do personal readings, I'm not doing them right now because I'm just homeschooling 4 children. And anyway, back when I used to do personal readings, that used to come up a lot in my personal readings, that there were like legal matters that needed to be worked through before someone could be with a person. I'm not giving away any personal information by telling you that. But one example I will use, like let's say this person is going through some sort of legal situation. Lawyers can be, if you've watched true crime shows, or even like just lawyer shows, they can hire private investigators to dig up dirt on the people involved in the court case. So for some of you, there could be a legal matter blocking this connection, or this person could have blamed you unfairly. And now they need to kind of take accountability, because if this person on their way out was like, it's all your fault, now they have to kind of come back in and say, well, actually, it wasn't all your fault. So honesty, accountability is blocking them. And the sun on the bottom. So they could have taken you for granted as well. And again, they need to take accountability for that. All right, let's get some channeled messages here. Actually, I want to get one about what this breakthrough is. That Judgment card is definitely giving me breakthrough energy, but let's just see. Oops, I should leave those out. There we go. So what is this breakthrough? What is this breakthrough that's coming? We have the 7 of Pentacles, so something you've been investing in for a very long time. You're about to see the fruits of your labor. You're about to see the reward of your investment. We have the Ace of Wands, inspired action. Especially like if you, let's say you're about to have a breakthrough. Let's say this is about career. Maybe your creativity has been feeling, maybe you've had a hard time being creative lately. You could be having a breakthrough in your creativity, your passion. We also have the Page of Pentacles. So new beginning, a solid message. There you go. That's better. But a new beginning, a new chapter, a new opportunity, a raise, a new hobby, a solid message, solid communication from someone. And we have the Hierophant. So you're about to have a breakthrough in your spirituality, in your spiritual ascension. Maybe you've been wanting to be a guide to others or a mentor to others in education, religion, spiritual guidance. Maybe you're about to have a breakthrough with downloads, because I mentioned downloads so many times. Maybe you're going to start trusting the downloads that you're getting. They're not just random thoughts. Tradition, marriage, advice. All right. Marriage, commitment, soul contract, a breakthrough in your soul contract. All right, so we're just going to get a few channeled messages from your person. What do they want to say? What does this person want to say? What does this person want to say? My friend just reached out to me. Hello, friend. So we have patience. You've been patient with me on this journey. The wait is over. True love is here. We have head over heart. Heart said yes, but the mind said no. So their mind was saying no, but their heart was saying yes. I don't know why I just got lost in space there. We have weirdos. You make me comfortable in my skin. I can be myself with you. You see through the facade. Ugh. We have player. So an immature lover that lacked emotional intelligence. That's Knight of Wands energy. That's that runner energy. We have speak up. I am not letting you go and you will hear from me very soon. Please don't give up on me. Intervention. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing the two of you together. Look at Archangel Michael's hands there, or the universe, or the divine, or God, whatever you resonate with. I love Archangel Michael, but anyway. Strategizing. Remember strategy with the hot card? Putting together an offer you cannot refuse. Planning their next move. We have proposal. Taking the next steps in the relationship. Let's move in together and get married. Take it slowly, my friend, if you feel called. It's just my advice. Don't rush. Power couple, an indestructible force that many wish they could be, liked by few, envied by most. We have butterflies. The butterfly knows the beauty of change, and it settles when you least expect it. And the flap of a butterfly's wings has a ripple effect. Have you ever seen that movie, The Butterfly Effect? Like, you have no idea how your transformation and your take your broken wings and learn to fly, you know, possibly affected this person's energy. We have 3D. I've been programmed to focus on tangible items, what is right in front of me. You could have struggled with that too. I think all of us were programmed to only believe what we can see. You know, I'll see it, I'll believe it when I see it. You know, that mindset? Let's just get a few more. Just a couple more. All right, we have third eye. My third eye, oh my gosh, can never forget what my heart has seen. The true love I feel for you, and they are going through a third eye awakening. Memories, the memories we made together forever replay in my mind. Our love is immortal. I don't know why I always say it like that. Extroverted, moving towards you with confidence, ready to show you how much they love you. And in love, loved you yesterday, love you still, love you today and always will. I have to add that, love you today, because it just doesn't sound right without it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I am sending you lots of love and light, my friend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.